Welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about something that is commonly brought up in the kind of stuff I'm interested in, and it's the question of how to read. Now, reading wasn't a big part of my life up till last year. And before, I probably would read Dr. Seuss, the school's reading assignments, and they're good and all, but I don't think I was learning a lot. So then I started getting into reading. And the more I see people reading, and the more I get questioned about reading, I have to answer the question today. So how do you read? So first of all, the first thing I'm gonna go over 3 points, 3 things that help you know how to read. Number 1, read whatever comes naturally to you. I got this point from reading Naval Ravikant, the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. I've mentioned this book on my channel probably about 2-3 times already. Read that book. Read it. But that's besides the point. Read books that come naturally to you. If you like self-help, read self-help. If you like productivity, read about productivity. Even though self-help and productivity go into the same thing. If you like reading romance comics, read that. If you like reading ecchi things, read that. Read whatever comes naturally to you. Whatever you're interested in reading, just read it. It's just that simple. Don't feel forced to read, because I notice with the majority of people, when you're forced to read something, when you're forced to do something you don't want to do, you're not going to do it. I mean, we can see this when we look back at in school assignments, school reading assignments. Who was doing those over the summer? Now, there's obviously going to be that one kid who was doing it, and there's always is. But let's just be real. I wasn't one of them, and you probably weren't one either. You probably the one skipping it. But I'm not gonna be pessimistic here. Maybe you were. But if you were, good for you. But for the majority of people, forced reading is not good for you. It's better to read books you're interested in, because I guarantee you that you will learn way more. Just that simple. Number 2, if you want to start to read, I would recommend just setting a daily page goal. I recommend at the start, you read between 10 and 25 pages. Pick something in there. Read 10 to 25 pages a day. Read it, and also block off some time to do that every single day too. Block off an hour, 2 hours to read it, depending on your reading speed, because not everybody's reading speed is up to par, and mine isn't either. I'm a slow reader as well, so don't feel bad if you're reading 10 pages in an hour. Yeah, it's that bad. But set a daily page goal, 10 to 25 pages. Or you can just set, like I said, block off the time and just say, okay, I'm going to read in this period of time every day. It's not going to matter what pages I do. For me personally, I like to set, I've done both ways work, but it just depends on kind of the season I'm in and what other stuff I have to do. The last thing is more of a tip, but it's also something that I think a lot of people think is a secular sin. I don't know, a cardinal sin. I don't even know what it is, but just something that's just completely wrong. It is writing in your books. Writing in your books. I've been in class before and I've been questioned, why do you write in your books? I think it's happened 2 separate occasions now. Why do you write in your books? And I'm like, they're meant to be that way. Now, I'm not judging the person who asked me that. It's just I just feel like when people ask me that question, it's just become an indoctrinated thing and dogma to not write in books. And I think that's a problem, because we've been so conditioned to not write in books. Now, I know in people in the space I'm in right now, I guess the stuff I talk about probably write in their books. I guarantee you, if you're watching this video and you've watched a lot of other YouTubers doing kind of the same thing as me, you probably write in your books as well. I guarantee you do. But most people who don't even know how to, haven't even started reading or don't really know how to read, don't write in their books. Now, I'm not going to say that you should write in your books if you don't feel like it. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, obviously don't do that. But I will not discourage the fact that you need to take notes. If you're reading a book and you need to take notes, take notes. Take as many notes as you possibly can. And review them every now and then. Open the book up and just review the points. Now, obviously, you're not going to go to the public library and get a book and write in it, because that's why would you do that? You're gonna have to pay a fine, and you're probably gonna pay more than what you would have got it off of Amazon, because we all know Amazon prices for books are extremely deflated, which is ridiculous to me. But yeah, write in your books, take notes, are the main points of books. That's it for this video. I hope this helped you to learn how to read. Do what you want with this information and have a good week.